Shameless promotional video number 5, and if it keeps snowing, number 4, my cameraman tells me, number 4, and if it keeps snowing, somebody's going to have to do an educational video on how to put tire chains on. But until then, we'll sit in the tack room and read. Linear thought and nonlinear thought, or fragmented thought. We live in the mind, in ideas, in fragments. We no longer drink in the wild outer music of the streets. We remember only. Henry Miller. One of the underlying difficulties in man's relationship to horse is that we two animals think differently. This very definite difference in our thought process also leads to the difficulty man has in understanding or relating to a horse and what he does. The vast majority of humans, and by proxy the vast majority of horsemen, have a linear thought process. Linear thinking is a process of thought following known cycles or step-by-step progression, where a response to a step must be elicited before another step is taken. This means that we humans think in straight lines. Our ability to think in straight lines leads to our ability to think in the abstract and to think in terms of future time and space. The sequential order of the number sequences 1 through 10 is a linear idea. The conception of this linear thought leads to the conception of 1 through a billion, or a trillion, or any other conceivable number. A horse cannot do this. Nonlinear or fragmented thought is the mind relating similar things and experiences. Horses' minds do not naturally think in straight lines. Rather, their thoughts consist of associations spanning out from many different connecting points. A horse can see the difference between 1 and 10, but cannot tell that the difference is 9. To a horse, the difference between 1 and 10 is the same difference between 1 and 10 billion. This is why horses love patterns, because it helps them to understand differences. Through consistency in our work, a horse can learn sequences and grasp linear ideas, but will never see the world the way we do. Because of the way horses think, it should be no surprise that they are excited or caught off guard by the things we do, or that they spook and shy from seemingly invisible ghosts. It takes a long time for a horse to learn the pattern of being caught, brushed, saddled, and ridden, while for the human, it's the same old same old. This is why consistency is so important in a horse's start and training. Fragmented or nonlinear thought applies to a horse's concept of time as well. Time is an abstract idea and something only humans rely on. A horse does not mark the hours between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. The horse knows he is hungry at 7 p.m., but cannot remember being hungry that morning. He knows he is hungry, not what time it is. Monday, Wednesday, Friday means nothing to the horse, and he does not care to know. All the horses in my barn know that when they hear the four-wheeler start, it's feed time. The horses know because they associate the sound of the motor with getting fed. If it is 7 or 7:30, they don't know or care. If I am consistent about starting the four-wheeler at 7, the horses will learn the pattern and start banging around in the stalls at 7 or even 6:50, not because the horse knows time, but because he knows the pattern. A very consistent horseman will start to develop linear thought in horses long before he ever starts to work with the horse. And then it goes on and on for quite a while about the difference between linear thought and fragmented thought. But you got to buy the book and read it yourself.